Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're doing something incredibly practical. We're going to take a highly technical auxiliary communications quick reference guide and transform it into your absolute, actionable playbook for simulated disaster response. Whether you're a seasoned exercise participant or maybe you're just stepping up as a volunteer for the very first time, mastering these emergency communication scripts is, well, it's totally vital. So, picture this. You're right in the thick of a major disaster scenario. Maybe a massive storm just hit, or a huge earthquake has shaken the entire region. Standard communication, your voice calls, your internet has completely failed. The cell towers are either physically damaged, or they're just entirely overloaded by everyone frantically trying to call their loved ones. What is your immediate fallback? How do you get critical, real-time instant data straight to the Emergency Operations Center?
Well, here's our roadmap for today. We're going to cover why text messages are king, prep and safety, crafting and logging those texts, and then we'll transition to running net control, handling emergency radio traffic, and finally pausing and closing nets. Let's get right into it.
Okay, starting off with part 1, exactly why text messages went out in these scenarios.
It's fascinating, really. Standard SMS fundamentally bypasses the massive power and bandwidth demands of traditional voice calls. Think about it. When a network is heavily congested, a voice call demands this continuous, dedicated stream of data. But a text message, it's tiny. It literally slips right through the cracks of all that network congestion. Plus, if the power goes out for days, you absolutely have to conserve your device's energy. Texting sips battery power compared to calling, which keeps you operational way longer. And as a huge bonus, it allows you to blast critical updates out to multiple team members or agencies all at the exact same time.
Moving right along to section 2, text messaging prep and safety.
Before you type a single word of a field report, you really have to follow these rigorous preparation steps. It might sound a bit basic, but trust me, under intense stress, people forget the fundamentals. Check your signal. Are you running on cellular or Wi-Fi? Do you actually have the correct official number for your local emergency operations center? And step 4 is an absolute game changer. You must turn on your GPS location services. This ensures that any photos you snap are accurately geotagged, automatically giving incident commanders your exact coordinates without you having to manually type them out.
Now, the absolute most crucial point here, and I literally cannot stress this enough, is to never, ever compromise your own physical safety just to send a message. Do not text and drive, period. And absolutely do not walk into an unstable building or wade into a flooded road just to get a slightly better picture of the damage. If the environment is unsafe, you abort. It's that simple.
All right, section 3, crafting and logging texts. So, standard SMS has a really strict 160-character limit. You have to be ruthlessly concise. The person reading your text at the EOC is going to be incredibly overwhelmed with information, so you need to hand them exactly what they need right away in this exact order. Who are you? What is the emergency? Like, is a major road blocked or is a bridge down? Where exactly are you? And finally, how can they reach you back? Now, if the situation actually allows you to safely attach photos, you've got to follow a specific visual protocol. Don't just snap a super tight shot of a crack in a wall. It doesn't tell the whole story. Capture a wide shot for context, and then punch in for a close-up detail. Always include a reference object for scale, like a parked car or a road sign, so the viewer knows exactly how big the hazard is. Make sure your metadata is toggled on so the date and time stick to the file, and this is a big one. Severely limit photos with people in them to respect the privacy of individuals who are likely going through a deeply traumatic event. I love this example because it brilliantly illustrates flawless text execution during an event. I mean, look at how incredibly efficient this is. It specifically notes the beacon exercise name right up front, so the recipient instantly knows it's a drill and not a real-world panic. It states the location, the exact number of casualties, her readiness status, and it ends with a direct demand for a receipt confirmation. That last sentence is huge. It ensures her message didn't just vanish into the digital void. But remember, once you hit send and you get that confirmation ping back, your job isn't quite done yet. You must document that submission in your field log, which is officially known as an ICS 214 form. You write down the time, who you sent it to, and any specific instructions they gave you in return. If it's not logged, it basically didn't happen. This maintains a rigorous official record of the entire incident. Switching gears now to section 4, running net control.
So we're transitioning from your mobile phone to the radio. When you step up to take over as net control, you are now running what is called a directed net. To be clear, this is not a casual chat room. This is a highly disciplined, structured environment where absolutely nobody transmits unless you explicitly call upon them, and all information flows directly through you. You are literally the traffic cop of the airwaves.
In the heat of the moment, when you're spinning up this net, you don't need to try and improvise. The manual gives you the exact scripts. You just key the mic and read this precise preamble script over the air. It establishes your absolute authority, it clearly states your call sign, names the net, and confirms the frequency for everyone listening. It instantly brings order to chaos.
Okay, part 5, handling emergency radio traffic. So, standard procedures are great, but what happens when a genuine life safety issue interrupts your perfectly organized net? There is a stark contrast here. Normally, operators wait patiently to be called, but if there is an immediate, genuine threat to life or property, an operator is instructed to break the net by clearly stating the word emergency followed immediately by their call sign. It's the ultimate trump card. This immediately supersedes all other traffic.
If you are sitting as the net control station and you hear that emergency call come through, your entire demeanor has to shift instantly. You use the exact script provided to totally lock down the frequency. You declare an emergency radio traffic net, which essentially tells everyone else to clear the airwaves immediately. And you focus 100% of your attention on the station in distress. You need their exact location and the nature of their emergency, so you can immediately relay that to 911 or the incident commander.
And finally, part 6, pausing and closing nets.
Say you're running a really long operational period and you just need to step away briefly, maybe for a bio break or to consult with an incident commander in the other room. You can't just vanish, you use this pause script. This ensures all participants know the net is temporarily on hold, but it powerfully reassures them that the frequency is still being actively monitored by an alternate operator in case a sudden emergency pops up. Now, when the exercise is completely over, or the actual disaster has passed, and it's time to fully shut down, you check off these specific steps. You officially thank the stations, state your call sign, log the exact closing time, and return the frequency to normal use. And crucially, you remind all those exercise volunteers one last time to submit their ICS 214 activity logs. Those logs are pure gold for post-incident training and evaluation.
Keep in mind throughout all of this that the Auxiliary Communications Manual itself is a brilliant visual tool. It's not just a block of text. Throughout the guide, you're going to see these gray navigation arrows and color-coded tabs. It's literally designed as a choose-your-own-adventure operational flow. If an emergency happens, boom, you jump to the red tab. If you need to pause, you just follow the gray arrow. It completely eliminates the need to aggressively flip through pages while you're trying to talk on the radio under pressure.
So, with these exact, proven scripts for texting and radio control, along with the strict safety protocols fresh in your mind, are you prepared to confidently manage the airwaves during your next major exercise? Communication really is the ultimate lifeline of any disaster response. By mastering these structured guides, you aren't just passing messages back and forth, you are actively bringing order to chaos. Study the scripts, practice the flows, because when the cell towers eventually go dark and that heavy silence sets in, will your voice be the one that answers the call?